Now live from the WATD studios, it's the Bethoney Builders Podcast, featuring the Bethoney Builders Crew, Chris Bethoney, Steve Burton, Christian Fauria, and Sophia Bethoney. Got questions? Text us at 781-837-4900. And now, here's your host, Sophia Bethoney.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bethoney Builders Podcast. I'm your host, Sophia Bethoney. Today, I'm here with our Bethoney Builders podcast crew. First, we have the former tight end of the New England Patriots and two-time Super Bowl champion, Christian Fauria.
Oh, yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday night with the Bethoney Builders family.
Next, we have my dad and our principal builder, Chris Bethoney.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We're putting some last-minute things together to get you a full show here. Just give us a few minutes and we can rock and roll. Go ahead, Sophia.
And last but not least, we have WBZ Sports Director, Steve Burton.
Sophia, how are you? Yes, we look forward to a great show. A lot to talk about. Christian, especially talking about that win.
Yeah, it's a big one. That's right. That's right.
We got hope to talk about. We got Dex to talk about. Bethoney drove this shit on fire lately, putting up things, building things. People are happy. So, we'll put this side.
Yeah, that's right. Huge win for the Patriots against the Titans. So we've got lots to talk about today.
Well, like I say, we're just getting a few things organized here. Couple chords to plug in, but we're excited to be with everybody. Again, like you're saying, big win for the Patriots. We got a first place team. A lot of those questions, at least to this point, have been answered. And, here we go. 5-2. Any feedback?
Yeah, 5-2. Yeah, there's a lot of feedback, guys. I mean, there's so many things to talk about, and we're going to do a lot today. We're going to do a lot of building questions. We're going to do a lot of Pat's questions. But most of all, I feel like, the swag is back. I feel like the energy is back in the building, right? Fans are excited. Fans are traveling again. They feel confident in this team. It's almost like that whole scene, from what is it, Jaws? I feel like it's safe to go back in the water. I feel like it's safe to go back in the water. The shark is gone. The bad news are gone. The bad times are gone. Right? The Patriots are good. I'm not going to go great yet, but they're good. They got a shot just as much as anybody else does. We'll see how they deal with some of the more elite teams, but there's not a lot, Steve, on the list when you talk about elite teams, right? Just the 6 teams that are 5-2, the Philadelphia Eagles, the San Francisco 49ers, the Seattle Seahawks, the Buffalo Bills, who you've already beaten, the Rams, all those teams. I mean, they got a shot against any of those teams.
Yeah, no question about it. And Sophia, I want to let you know that, when you look at the Patriots, they're tied for the second best record in the league. There's only one team that's 6-1, and that's Indianapolis. Everybody else is 5-2 or worse. And so if you think about this, week 7, this is now week 8, beginning of week 8, and the Patriots be 5-2 is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And if you go back to that game against Tennessee, even though the Patriots were losing in that game, you never thought they were going to lose the game, right?
No.
Here's a team that you think that they can just come back and win. And if you protect Drake May the way they've been doing, although he's got to protect himself a little bit better, that they're going to formidable football team.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Real quickly, then we'll pass it back to the Bethoney crew. You mentioned we talked earlier about all the sacks. Drake May, the second most sacked quarterback in the league. Number 1 is Cam Ward, the guy we just played.
Right.
And so that's got to be a concern. Not only because they, and part of it's his fault, part of it's the offensive line's fault, and then also he just seems like he doesn't know how to fall. Maybe I'm reading too into it. I do think it's an art form. When you get wrapped up, somebody grabs you. Not knowing when not to fight, so you don't sprain your ankle, twist your knee up, hurt your neck. All those things are learning experiences. And right now, he's taking it on the chin, but he's so damn tough.
Yeah.
He's just a really tough player. So he's never going to complain about it, right? So that's an asset for him.
Speaking of assets, Bethoney Builders, Chris and Sophia, the father-daughter duo.
Oh,
yes, indeed.
Steve Burton, you got a peek at that, huh?
I love that.
Mm.
Daddy-daughter duo.
Can I add a little something to it?
Yeah, you can.
South Shore's number one dad and daughter duo. Need to be humble about it, but in the same sense,
we want to brag.
I hope it's okay. Well, never bragging. Just simply, we're working hard to try to achieve a goal. We clearly have so much more work to do, but one day at a time, and with God's blessing, we'll get there.
Yeah. Well, listen, no, it's God's blessing is obviously key, but hard work, honest, good, relationships. People trust you. I think the Tam family, I'm sure, can probably attest to that. We've been hearing about them. Is that project, that basement redo is over? I'm assuming, right? Everything's done.
That's correct. Final inspections as early as tomorrow morning. Nicholas Tam and his couldn't have been better to us, and they are level 12 happy with us. We have full videos and paperwork that we expect to show as early as the next show. Just due to the fact we got Chris Cabile, he's our rock star with audio and video. He in fact is on vacation in Aruba, so we're the rookies doing all that we can.
Why do
It
we
sounds
keep going
great.
back
We
to
don't need-
95.9, the sign here? Can we
We gotta get rid of that. Again, the pros and the Joes, Steve, no comment.
Well, I do have a comment. And Sophia, this was a beautiful thing that happened today, and I want you to know about it. Christian, I'm down at Gillette Stadium getting ready to walk in, and Governor Maura Healey pulls up, and we talk a lot, and I told the governor about Sophia. And, because it was Maura Healey has the ADUs out and about in New England and all over, and she is very excited to meet Sophia Bethoney. So, Sophia, the governor talked to your dad today on the phone, and she's very excited to meet you and your project. And I told her what you're doing, building an ADU for a homeless veteran, and that's getting off the ground. So she's so excited about that. But I just want you to know that she's looking forward to meeting you.
Steve, I'm so excited.
Hold on. Back up.
Yes.
Wait, what? So the governor of Massachusetts rolls into Gillette. You just happen to be there, right?
I was walking in at the same time.
And you're like, hey, great job, by the way. You're looking great. Love what you're doing for the state. Hey,
she's amazing. She's amazing. She gets a lot done.
So, Chris, you talked to her on the phone?
Christian, I can't even begin. I'm talking to Steve. I'm trying to go over some of the details of tonight's show. We're so excited. And, Steve Burton very quietly just says, hey, can you hold on for a minute? I got someone who wants to say hello to you. And I was just blown away. To this moment, I'm blown away. Governor Healey, thank you so very much. You were so... again, I did not know I was going to be speaking with the governor, and had a chance to say hello and thank her for all the hard work and efforts that she's doing to help our state move forward. Not an easy job. And the Affordable Home Act that's put in place, Sophia's and our company here at Bethoney Builders has taken action on moving forward with that streamlined permitting process approach. And we're trying to help as many families as we can in South Shore and throughout Massachusetts to be successful to build these ADUs to get family members into some housing.
Wow. That's unreal. Look,
all
right.
Yeah, it's fun. It was fun, and it's so much fun to talk to her because she's so knowledgeable. But I told her about Sophia, and those two are going to come together and talk about Sophia's blessing, the project that she's putting on, that Bethoney Builders are putting on, and it's growing. This whole thing is growing, and to have the fans here in New England, to have people here in New England get behind it, it's something special. Right, Sophia?
Right, and I'm extremely grateful for Governor Healey just taking the time to do this, and I'm just so excited.
Beyond exciting, and again, like you say, I'm going to do my... Larry, can I get a drum roll? I'm going to feel so much better when I get a drum roll. You know what, guys? I'm going to go old school with us. Sophia, let's do one in honor of Steve and Christian. Steve Burton, Christian Fauria, an organic drum roll. Let's do it, Sophia. I got a big announcement, Steve. Go ahead. I've been waiting for you all week to ask me. First of all, I can't top the announcement with Governor Healey, but I'd like to share a second announcement if I can have a minute to do that.
Yeah. Go ahead. You on the floor.
Are you guys?
Can we see you?
We can see you. We're getting some video going at this point in time. We're doing the best that we can. Again, the pros and the Joes. But maybe that's part of the magic of a show like this. How do they say it in show? The show must go on. We got to keep working with a good attitude, right, Christian? And we're gonna keep it flowing, Steve. So here's what I got. I got a lot of work to do. Number one, before I go too far, we were in Orlando, Florida this weekend. Had a chance to enjoy some weather, get a well-needed break. We tried to see if we could locate Shaq, friend of ours.
Shaq?
Well, we know where he used to live. He sold that particular house. And Shaq, we love you. If you're listening and subscribing to our show here, just know we love you. And eventually we're going to catch up with you, Shaq. And on a different front, big news, huge news. Town of Weymouth Public School System. We met with Superintendent Melanie Curtin today and her athletic associate member, which is Christine O'Connor. We've actually formed, in their words, a partnership with Bethoney Builders. Steve and Christian, we're going to do some, and Sophia, we're going to do some deck building. Deck building in the town of Weymouth. Here's the deal. We were able to get them a little bit of funds and resources. The purpose of this partnership is to work together to earn and drive some funds into a scholarship fund for student athletes or children that want to play athletics in the school systems of Weymouth to pay these fees. The fees that are associated to join the teams nowadays?
Yeah.
A lot of families have 2 and 3 children, and it really adds up. So we've started a program where each new deck build we do in the town of Weymouth, we will be contributing $500 per project. Doesn't matter if we do 1, 5, 10, or 100. $500 will be immediately dropped off to that fund. Our goal is to help offset those costs for families that have kids that want to play sports. We do not want those athletic fees to be something that's interfering with their success on the fields and on the courts, guys.
Wow, that's pretty. Again, I don't have a drum roll, but I'm giving you both a high five from here in Foxborough. Ready? High five.
To get that, Christian, that means we're all the Bethany Builders Crew, Steve. That means more. Without being selfish, I'm going back to my own roots. I was one of those kids in the town of Weymouth that needed help from other families and businesses. Sports me back in the day, but we got a little film. There is a little news articles out there. I had some fun and some successes with the game of soccer. And back as late as 1986, there was many people that stepped up to help fund me on my journey to be able to enjoy sports and continue to play. It's a must. Had to go back and do it. It's part of our journey as the Bethany Builders Crew to give back. But it is considered a pilot program. We spoke to Superintendent Melanie Curtin. She made an amazing matter of fact, I might even play it here. She sent me over an amazing audio that she wanted to share. She had a pickleball match tonight and really wanted to be on the show live, but she's coming back. We will have her on a future show to speak on the success of this program that's upcoming. But all about the kids. We're looking to build together here in the South Shore. They've asked us. They're hopeful we're going to do it in Weymouth. We have a feeling that other communities might get wind of it and possibly might reach out to Bethany Builders in Duxbury to bring this program to their town for the public school systems. We're all ears, and my goal is, Steve and Christian and Sophia, is to not turn away any community that wants to get on board with us to make this a program to help these costs and fees for our students that want to play sports.
So let me ask you this, Chris. If Christian wanted to build a deck on the back of his house, Sophia designs it, obviously, and you guys come in and put it together. But how quickly can one be built? Obviously, it depends on the size of the deck. But if you take a standard size deck, what is a standard size deck?
Let's just say somebody has a nice deck that, let's just say, approximately 14 by 20, Steve, which is a really nice deck. That'll give you an area to put out your table and chairs and a separate area maybe to have some seating and maybe some sort of potential fire pit type thing. They have different models available. We talked about that on an earlier podcast episode. All in from start to finish. If we started on a Monday, we'd want to be cleaned up and done by Saturday. Plan your barbecue or your outside gatherings for Sunday.
Nice. Now, that is, I love this deal. So it really, listen, like it gives you a reason to build a deck. Like, honestly, this when you think about what you're doing in Weymouth is, so listen, I'm going to build a deck anyways. I mean, hell, it incentivizes me to do it with Bethany Builders because I know the money's going back into the school system, basically. I know it's going to the athletic department, but it's still a system, and kids who are needy other than some other city that doesn't have this benefit. So, if you're a mom of a kid or if you have know some kids that are on teams, and it's not just football, it's basketball, right? It's everything.
Everything.
It's not just sports, right?
Everything.
Everything. Christian, you made a great point. You're once again, you're always you're sharp as they come.
I'm good for
and
one
that
a
is
day.
and that is the mission of what this Bethany Builders podcast is all about. It's about us coming together as the Bethany Builders crew, bringing ourselves together as family and continue to build a strong bond. We're hoping to share that with our listeners, the community. Anybody listening, please come on board with our podcast. Be part of it. You can reach out. Everybody's welcome. There's no I in team, but there's an I in win. And I'm looking next to 3 people here, as well as everybody here at 95.9 WATD, everybody that's involved with our show and our mission of what we're trying to do. It's about one day at a time, working very hard, being good, being kind, being humble, and trying to do the very best that we can to give back when we see those opportunities, Christian.
Yeah,
Hey, Sophia, I have a question.
Go ahead,
Sophia.
Steve.
Yes, Steve.
How do you balance your schoolwork? Because I know you're an excellent student, right?
Question.
And college applications getting ready to come up. I know you're looking at Harvard. How do you balance your schoolwork with designing decks and designing homes with your dad?
Well, Steve, I'll say it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of discipline and just time management to get it all done. I'll come home from school and typically I'll do some work with my dad and then I'll get on to homework and I have to stay focused during that whole time to just get everything done. But in the end, it's worth it because we see our customers are happy and there's just those good results from it.
Wow. The 2 words that you use, I was hoping that you would have said, Sophia, and you did.
Which ones?
Time management. Time management. Those
It's
2
so
words.
important.
And I would say, most kids your age don't have that. I remember I had a coach when I was in college, and he preached time management like crazy. You're in high school, you go to college, and now you're free. You kind of have to figure it out on your own.
Right.
And most guys sleep in late. They show up late. They don't want to get up to go to class. They miss workouts, and they don't know how to manage their time. So the fact that you're already learning those lessons, is really valuable, Sophia. And, of course, your mom and your dad, I'm sure, are a big part of that as well. I would like to personally call out Harvard University, and I would like them to take more attention to Sophia Bethany, and maybe we could do a shout out. If we can find Shaq, if we're going to look for Shaq, we got to find somebody in admissions at Harvard.
It's a good idea.
Well, I think Harvard knows. I think Harvard knows she's coming, which is good. To begin with.
Okay, well, the governor can help now. The governor, we can get the governor in there.
Well,
The governor's know a lot more about her.
The governor's alumni, Steve. She's Harvard
She went to
alumni.
Harvard.
Played basketball at Harvard.
What do we
There
do?
you go.
Not for nothing, but on the Bethany Builders podcast, there's 2 things that happen. Number one, we always want to just stay on point with what's going on. We want to be current and we want to be educated on who's what, because again, here at the Bethany Builders podcast, whether you're somebody like us, the Joes, the pros, our guests, our viewers, or somebody that's in the public eye regularly, everybody's welcome. We always have a chair here, and that's our policy at the Bethany Builders podcast. Everybody can come join us, whether it's through the airwaves, whether it's viewing the podcast here on YouTube or Facebook, or calling in. Steve's made a great point. We want to make sure everybody knows those phone lines, 781-837-4900. Call in, say hello to our crew here, the team members, ask you questions, building, sports, food. Oh, speaking of food, Steve, when I was down there in Universal Studios, I got to do the shout out. We got some new followers. From Rocky Mount, I needed to pronounce that correctly, Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Okay.
We're at Universal Studios, reached out. We had Reggie, we had Michelle, and we had Tamara. They're from Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Can they cook?
Well, that's what happened. Yeah, we got in a conversation now, Steve. We got about barbecue.
About barbecue.
And,
There
right?
you go.
And we asked,
You gotta
we
get
said,
yourself
North
the shoulder.
Carolina, I said, listen, not for nothing. I told them a little bit about the podcast. They've already subscribed. And I had said to them, I said, Reggie and your family, if you tune in, not only they tune in, they subscribe. I said, you watch tonight. I said, I give you my word. I'm a man of my word. We're going to shout out to you. But I'm going to share your secrets in barbecue. He said puts a little Coca-Cola on it once in a while when he's doing the chicken wings. And what else did he say, Sophie? The ribs?
The ribs.
Coca-Cola?
I know. So
you got to trust the process.
See, she knows, Christian. There you go.
I don't know.
Trust the process.
You know?
I think if you put, like, sugar or Coke in anything, it tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Right. Oh, yeah. Coke's filled with sugar, Steve. Like, just it's got more, a cup of sugar in there.
Yeah,
I know. And that's not your thing, right?
No,
Coke isn't
Coke
your
guy.
thing. No? Okay. Me neither. Like,
I'm a water guy.
You're water, but you're a barbecue guy.
I'm a barbecue guy.
So, I mean.
Talking ribs all day. All day.
Yeah, that's good. So, listen, so World Travelers from International, why'd you guys go to Orlando? What was in Orlando?
Well, Sophia, you want to take it away? What was in Orlando?
We went to go see the haunted houses in Orlando and also catch the sun.
Oh, the sun is key.
And to go find Shaq.
Okay. So you had 3 reasons. Sun,
3 reasons.
Fun, and Shaq. Okay, sun, fun, and Shaq.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Okay,
Universal Studios, Christian, has the Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
Each year, and we've made it a point. I think we've been so fortunate this time of year. We've been able to go multiple years and always have a great time. This definitely was we needed that little take a little time out, get some sun, have some fun. But we're back ready to work. So it's great to see you both. We missed you very much. In the future, we got to make it a point that everybody goes.
Road trip. Road trip.
Hey, I want to give out that number again, 781-837-4900 if anybody wants to call in. Talking building, talking Shack, talking
Pats.
football. Because the Patriots are one of the hottest teams in the National Football. They're at Cleveland next, guys. Cleveland, who's 2-5. Now, Cleveland's coming off, believe it or not, their best win of the season. They just beat the Dolphins 31-6. But everybody's beat Miami nowadays.
Yeah, everyone's beat Miami. That's a whole nother story. But the Browns, I think you should be a little nervous about the Browns. I don't think the Patriots are going to lose, but they're just good enough in enough spots and spaces, especially on defense. You know, they have the number 1 total defense in the NFL right now and the 30th ranked total offense. Let me tell you how hard that is to do. Usually, Steve, we've seen the stats, right? It's usually you got the 5th best defense and then the 10th best offense, right? Or something like that. Right. To be the number 1 total defense in the league and then have basically the worst offense. In the league. It's just
that's unbelievable.
It's like, how can you be so good on one side of the ball and so unbelievably bad at the other? That just to me, it's an anomaly. You don't see it a lot.
Great point.
I was going to ask you, did you notice from watching the game versus the Titans that, again, the Patriots got down early. They worked hard, battled back, were able to go in with a late score, with a lead at halftime, if I recall. And then when they went into halftime, obviously in the second half, they just came out and were lights out. Did you find that showed great resilience and really focused and bear down to get that win? Because Tennessee was competing early.
Well, what I told Steve before the game is the Titans were going to get a little bump by the fact that they had a new coach. Their coach got fired. You were going to see some things you probably weren't going to see because Mike McCoy, the head coach, the interim head coach of the Titans, was imprinting his own style, his own philosophy, the different way of calling plays. And so you saw that early on. It was pretty impressive, but I knew it wasn't going to last. They're just not good enough. They couldn't run the football. They couldn't do anything offensively. And then Cam Ward drops the ball. Kayvon Chase picks it up. He scores a touchdown. And then it's bad is when they pull the quarterback, they pull the starting running back, they put all the backups in, and then they go for it on 4th and down. That was such a stick it up your nose, Tennessee Titan ownership and GMs. That was Vrabel's way of really just sending a message without really having to send a message. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and a lot of people already know this, but Vrabel was let go from that team 2 years ago. So Vrabel wanted to come back and make a statement. He downplayed it all week, but he wanted to come back and make a statement, and boy, did they ever.
Yeah, keeping receipts, Steve.
Christian, do we have an identity on this team? That was a question you posed early on in the season. It was a great question, And I think we all said maybe in and around 3 or 4 games we'd have an idea. But what do you think now? Here we are now 7 games in.
7 games in. Yeah, I think defensively, the number one identity is obviously they're good at stopping the run. They're a physical front 7. You're not going to run on them. They are offensively, I mean, they can throw the ball down the field. Like Drake May does not want to be a check down Charlie. Like they can throw the ball down the field. And I would say, listen, they believe in their coaches now. Like not saying that they didn't, but to start the season, you need proof, like why you're believing and why you should listen to this guy. You don't know him at all, and you haven't been there long enough, and he doesn't have a track record, at least with the Patriots as a head coach. As a player, he does. So I think, yeah, their identity is slowly coming into shape, and they got to play a big bully. I would like to see them play a team that hasn't fired their coach or that isn't dealing with.
Well, they got a big bully coming up in Tampa Bay. They got to go to Tampa Bay in a couple weeks.
They took a tough loss last night too, Steve, huh?
They did. They did, which is why they're 5-2 as well. Yeah, they got a big bully coming up, and they will be tested. But one game at a time, we just can't get ahead of ourselves.
Steve, was there anything to be learned about I watched the Tampa Bay Detroit game a little bit. It was the lowest amount of yardage, I believe, for Tampa Bay in a first half for quite some time. I mean, it was Tampa Bay just everything was off for them in the first half yesterday.
Receiver went down. The top receiver broke his collarbone.
Okay, was that it? I didn't know. Was that actually in the first half as well? Not too sure if it was, but their numbers, Steve, I think they had. Please don't quote me. Was it like 58 yards total offensive yards or something? It was very, very low. With that, my question is this: is there anything that can be learned by the Patriots, probably or other teams, what Detroit did to them in the first half that could be helpful in their upcoming game down the road?
I can tell you what they did. They bullied the crap out of him, and the Patriots don't have Jahmyr Gibbs, who may be one of the top 3 backs in the league.
In the league, right?
Okay. Fast as hell. Okay. It's funny. I saw the big 80-yard play that scored a touchdown for Jahmyr Gibbs earlier in the game. You look at the line of scrimmage. The Tampa Bay Bucks defensive linemen were at least 2 yards pushed back from the line of scrimmage. So he didn't even. I don't know if Jahmyr Gibbs even got touched. Right. I mean, you could have driven a bus through those holes, and arm tackles don't do it in the NFL. So, I mean, they're just physical up front, right? And that's a really good defensive front that Tampa has. And Detroit, for the most part, had their way with them.
Well, not only that, they kept Baker Mayfield in check. Mm-hmm. And when you do that, and he struggles, and he hasn't been struggling all that much this year, probably, one of the leading candidates for MVP, but he struggled last night. And when he struggles, boy, it's Tampa Bay looks like a whole different football team.
And he's streaky, too. He's a streaky quarterback. But when he's on, get out of the way. Like, good luck. Like, he just finds another level. But when he's off, it's like, uh-oh, man, buckle up. Nobody knows where this train is going.
Right.
And that's pretty much, what they did to him. And I would say the Detroit defense, I mean, they had a really good game plan. They were flying around. They were making plays. And that was a big the offense. And then once Evans went down, they couldn't get the ball to Ibuka, their rookie wide receiver. And then they couldn't get Bucky Irving going as well. And, playing in Detroit, like, it's not an easy place to play. It's like playing in Seattle, like in the 12th man. Like, it's just loud. They're on top of you. They're smart fans, so they know when to yell. This Detroit team, they are a mature, conditioned, smart, successful team. They know how to play football. They know how to play winning football. So, and that's where the Patriots really need to get to, where, even though somebody gets hurt, somebody's down, they're underrated, people aren't giving them credit. Like, they just know how to win. They know how to overcome adversity.
Sure.
Chris, you asked a question about what's the Patriots' identity. If I can get Sophia and you guys to explain what the identity is of Bethoney Builders, that'd be great to the public.
There you go. So take it away, Sophia. You take it. What's our identity, Sophia? What are we based?
We are a family business. I think that's what sets us apart, the father-daughter duo, and just working all together as a family unit. We make sure to put our customers first, and we just really, I think, try to keep that connection with everyone who we interact with.
What would you say? What do you guys think is, if you were to like, what's the most important trait or characteristic that you guys like? If you were going to be known for one thing, it would be what?
Consistency.
Yeah.
Huh.
Why is that so important?
It just has to be. People work very hard for their monies, and when they make a selection, it's such an important decision. The customer base in home improvements has the ability to hire anybody, and there's so many different factors on who they make that choice. And I'm the first to tell everybody, our team, we work very hard. We have a lot of the very important principles in place: family-driven, hardworking, honest principles, consistency. And we do our very best to put our customers first. We're a service business. We recognize our customers are primary. We're secondary. We're there to provide our service. And given the opportunity, like I say, there is no sell to it. The dad-daughter duo in the South Shore here, we're ready to go. We got our pros with us, Steve and Christian, and our whole staff here. We're ready to roll. If you give us a shot and you're willing to work with us, the Tam family, we were going to look to have them on even tonight. I could probably even call them in a second. Nick Tam and Elizabeth Tam, incredible. They are level 12 happy with it. He had the kindest words to say on not only in the manner in which we conduct our business, but his product and the finishes and our follow through. Again, we're just looking for that opportunity to earn your business, to work, to provide an improvement on your home for your family, and to have many, great times ahead, like their finished basement. They already got the sectional down there. I got amazing pictures and graphics. Boy, I can't wait to show it to you. Again, we're doing the best we can. We have one of our team members down that usually handles audio and video, but Alina and Larry and Jerry have stepped up and doing a great job for us. But we will show you all those finished products, as well as I'm going to see if we can get Nicholas and Elizabeth Tam, at least audio, if not visual, online to talk about their experience with us here at Bethoney Builders, Steve.
And Chris, you haven't even mentioned the sponsors. We got great sponsors that are joining us.
Thank goodness. I'm sorry. I don't mean to hog the thing, and Sophia's going to take it. But, guys, I have to do this here. We have so much exciting news. So Koopman's Lumber came right out of the box at the beginning of the podcast and says, we're going to be there to support you. The Koopman family, Koopman Lumber, 85 years serving families here in the Commonwealth. I think approaching, is it 13 and or buying upwards of 17 locations, guys, here in Massachusetts. It's a lot. They're amazing to work with. They're great partners, as well as Trex decking and railing products. They're great partners. We've created what we call the Triangle Partnership. It's a new saying for you guys, right?
Okay.
The Triangle Partnership with Koopman's Lumber, Trex Decking, and Bethoney Builders. Incredible. We're doing that. We're excited. In the upcoming home game this Sunday, we're going to have Dirk Koopman, Principal, Koopman Lumber. He's going to be on live when we come live on Gillette Stadium over at Crazy Axes down at Patriot Place.
That would be at 9:30 from 9:30 to 10:30, right at Crazy Axes.
That's right before our pregame show, Chris.
Yeah.
That's correct. And then we're going to do a little special segment if we can. I know you guys are incredible doing all the hard work you do with us, and then on air with your other shows. Try to see if we can get just to circle back 12:15 to 12:45. We're going to have Dirk Koopman, Principal of Koopman Lumber, come on board. I know that himself and his family and all of their employees are going to be watching and out there supporting the Bethoney Builders podcast. Guys, week to week, the surge of growth, followers, love and support from the public and the community, again, generated by Steve Burton, Christian Fauria, Sophia Bethoney, myself, I'd like to thank. But we put it out. It's all on our viewers and our supporters. We are beyond grateful to have you here. We want you to enjoy the podcast. Guys, the feedback has been really good. I have a lot of people that I've met on the streets in Koopman's Lumber.
The streets are talking.
Is that how it works? I mean,
the streets are talking.
Chris Bethoney, Sophia Bethoney have never been in this type of experience in regards to this type of platform. We do have that in the building platform, but I got to tell you, it's somewhat surprising, and we're very grateful. It's great to meet new people and make new friends here on the South Shore.
Yeah. No.
Hey, do we have to take a break?
About that time, we need to take a break. Hello, Chris Bethoney of Bethoney Builders here. Are you considering an upcoming home improvement project? a home addition, that new garage with bonus room, or an in-law suite for your parents? If so, then let's go. From design to job completion, Bethoney Builders has got you covered. Our goal is to keep your project moving forward on time and on budget. Bethoney Builders provides free estimates. We are fully licensed, registered, and insured. Call Bethoney Builders today at 781-898-8018. Find us on the web at BethoneyBuilders.com and on Facebook.
This is the Bethany Builders Podcast on 95.9 WATD. Once again, here's your host, Sophia Bethoney.
Welcome back, listeners. We're going to get into the Bethany Builders Play of the Game segment.
Okay, you're throwing it to me. Steve and Christian, let's Bethany Builders Play of the Game. Christian, why don't you take it first? And Steve, let's see what your thoughts are on that.
Okay, so I think this may be... Wow, there's a lot to choose
There was a
from.
lot.
Okay, the booty catch was pretty special. The Austin Hooper, the Caleb Chase on play was great.
Scoop and score, yeah.
Scoop and score. Man, I tell you what, I'm going to go to Caleb Chase on. Great individual effort. Got a couple sacks in this game. You know, Cam Ward was so frightened of Caleb that he just dropped the ball and said, leave me alone. That's really what happened. That's really what happened. He was like, don't hit me. Like that's the danger in Caleb's eyes. Yeah, that play, you know, man, there were so many. You know what? Let me get one more. I'm going to say, supporting cast play, Bethany Builders Play of the Game. Josh Dobbs.
Okay.
Josh Dobbs. Right, on the sideline.
Sitting on the bench. Hasn't played all year.
Great point.
Yeah, comes in. Difficult situation, almost should have been sacked, gets out of it, throws the ball downfield, gets a first down. Right?
First down.
I thought that was so impressive. Nobody's talking about that, because there were so many other big plays, so many impactful plays. I thought that one was huge.
You know who caught the ball on that play?
Was that Pop Douglas?
Pop Douglas.
Yep. And Pop Douglas had a couple, too.
Two key catches.
Yeah.
Major catches in that game that kept drives alive, and it was really, really good. Yeah. But that was not my play of the game. Was the shoestring fingertip catch by Keyshawn Boutte.
Okay.
Right before the half, because that gave the Patriots momentum going into the half and coming out. I mean, that just slammed the door shut in the second half.
Steve, that was my choice as well. That catch, boy, great set of hands on that catch, huh?
Bethany Builders Play of the Game.
Well, do you want to? It surprises Steve. Actually, you had mentioned that. I got a few surprises to share with everybody. You guys want to hear a few surprises here?
I would love it.
All right, I got two audios from you. Number one is there's an overlay of visual that goes with this, but I'm only going to give you a little bit today. I'm going to give you the audio part of it. This is our new advertisement that will be featured on 95.9 WATD FM. We have a few commercials, and it will be overlaid on WBZ and CBS Channel 4. You guys will get a chance to see this. Let me give you the audio. This is in honor of our deck building, the Bethany Builders Deck Challenge that is going to start in Weymouth, but we're going to do throughout Massachusetts. So anybody wants to hire us, you give us a call at Bethany Builders, 781-898-8018. All right, here you go. Here's the ad. Here we go. Hello, Chris Bethoney of Bethany Builders here. You want us to build your new deck project? Sophia Bethoney, let's go. From design to job completion, Bethany Builders has got you covered. The South Shore's #1 dad-daughter duo is ready to build with you. Just give us a call at 781-898-8018. You can find us on the web at BethanyBuilders.com, Facebook, and check out our projects on YouTube. Bethany Builders is fully licensed, registered, and insured. Call us today for your free estimate. All right, guys.
I love it.
What do you think?
Way to go, man.
Is that all right?
Hey, how many takes did it take you to do that?
You know what? That's what I love about Steve. It took more than a few. Enough that you could have sat, ate a full meal, and come back. Now, I'd probably say 5 or 6, Steve. You know me, I'm always going to run it straight. I think it took me 15, 20 minutes. Usually it goes much faster. Ironically, I had taped something before I went on vacation, and I heard that, and I said, you know what? That was a deciding factor. I got to go on vacation for a few days. Came back re-energized, put a little more oomph in it, and, I'm hopeful for that. I'm going to share a second one with you. You want to hear a second one a little bit?
Okay,
this is the audio from the town of Weymouth superintendent for the school system who wanted to be here today. We have a beautiful picture. Melanie Curtin, amazing friend of mine for over 4 decades, honored that she would put the support behind Bethoney Builders. There's a partnership that's formed with the Weymouth Public Schools and Bethoney Builders to do this project about advancing decks and those fees to help out families with the sports-related fee costs. So here's what Melanie left for us. I'm going to share a little bit with it for you. Here we go.
Hey, Chris. Melanie Curtin here. I'm so sorry I couldn't make it live tonight, but I just had to send you a message saying how great it was to see you and Jerry again and get to meet Sophia and Elena today as we kind of just kick off this partnership that I'm just so very proud of. I know Bethoney Builders and Weymouth Public Schools is going to be an amazing partnership moving forward, and that we're really setting the tone for our sponsors out there. But more importantly, as we know, it's, yes, we do need to raise money to support our athletes, but the reality is our goal in all of this was really just to reconnect some of the proud graduates of Weymouth Public Schools and, re-engage them back into the community and just really create these meaningful partnerships. And I just can't tell you how excited I am that we're connecting, because I think it's something special, and I know it's going to grow. And like I said, it's a lot more than the money, right? Because yes, money's great, but it really is about the relationships and also kind of like the modeling that we want to do for our kids. I mean, Sophia does such a great job modeling out there for giving back to her community, and you and Jerry giving back to your community. This is exactly what we want our kids to see and our families to observe. So thank you again. I can't wait to see you soon. Take care.
Wow.
Melanie Curtin.
Powerful message.
Melanie Curtin, Town of Weymouth Public School Superintendent.
Wow.
It's a big, an amazing town. Grew up there. It's a large school system. They do an incredible job. We've got nothing but support, everything from the former mayor to the new mayor, and Mayor Melise, and the many of the city officials, which are customers here at Bethoney Builders, as well as friends for well over 4 decades. I'm aging myself a little bit, Steve, but in Christian, it is what it is. But it's a powerful message, and I don't have any words. I mean, these people that are stepping forward are just, I admire them so very much.
And did Jerry get a shout out?
Well, this Big G.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get it out there. Jerry Levitt, who I'm staring at right now, is handsome as handsome Christian. Well, his nickname is Big G around here.
Yeah,
Big G. We love Big G. Does nothing but help. He always puts others before himself. Again, if you're gonna roll with the Bethoney Builders crew, it's always about helping each other and putting others before yourself. And that's how we're able to get good things done with great people.
Well, I mean, the one thing that we have not talked about, I feel like we need to address this every time we do a show.
Is what?
Because I think it's the future. I think it's the future. Is the ADUs. I don't know, Sophia, Chris, if you want to mention what those are. We know we talked about Maura Healy earlier in the show. I think people should constantly know what these are and what a difference it can make in your life if you decide to get one.
Sophia?
ADU, it stands for Accessory Dwelling Unit, and it's a small home that you can do attached or detached on land where you already have an existing home. Is that accurate?
That is 100% accurate, Sophia. Yes. And expanding on that a little bit, everybody has what's referred to as a by right use, means that the permitting process is streamlined. And, if you come to Bethoney Builders, we've already had multiple ADU dwelling units approved in the Commonwealth, and we continue to advance and not only get them approved, but starting to build them. We're actually currently, within the past 3 weeks, we've put 4 contracts in place to build 4 ADUs here in the South Shore. Excited to do that.
How long does it normally take to build a single ADU?
Well, Steve, if you would, if it's an attached ADU like the one that was featured, Sophia, again, was featured on WBZ, that one there from foundation, start to finish, up or down 50 days. With inspections, under 60 days. That's under 2 months, Steve.
Yeah. And just good. And everybody who's listening, so ADU, they're also known as like an in-laws, quarters, where It's either attached or detached. You could have almost like a man cave, right? If you wanted to, out in the back with a bathroom, a bedroom, you can, say your kids will not leave the house, but okay, you're like, all right, I don't want my kids in the house. So fine, I'll build an ADU. They can live there. It's a tax write-off. I can save some, or you can rent it out to somebody and have discretionary income. That's the one that I like.
That's correct. And Christian, we're preparing now. Again, I think this is our 7th week into our podcast. We're getting
week 7.
Week 7, right?
Week 7 in the NFL as well.
Exactly.
Now,
so
going into week 8.
100%. And what we've done is we've now got, again, we're surrounded with our pros and we're the Joes. We're coming up to speed. We're getting a good handle on what our podcast is all about, in the direction we want to continue to go forth, to keep the information fresh, to keep the subjects exciting, and especially on a building front. We now have a good handle on that. We're going to start to show a lot more on-site audio, video. This podcast is going to ratchet up. It's going to go from the music being a level 3 or 4 right now, Christian and Steve, up to probably 7, 8, 9. We have the Burton project on the table. I got to visit down to the Fauria residence.
Yeah,
we have 4 ADUs that are under contract. Folks, not for nothing. This is like I say, this is like that quiet before the, I don't want to say the storm, but yeah, this is that little
storm.
This is that little slow. We're just kind of setting the table. You need to practice and be ready to compete, but we're ready to come out of the box. We're going to come flying, and we have projects everywhere. You're going to see audio, video. You're going to see Christian. You're going to see Steve. You're going to see Sophia, myself, Alina, Big G, Jerry Levitt. We're going to be hard hats, uniforms. You're going to see some construction projects in progress. So get ready. It's going to get exciting. We need about 2 weeks to really start to show you what exactly we're doing in the field during construction. I got to tell you, first one to go after we get the Melvin project in place, which is a deck build. Then we're right onto the Burton project. Got to get down to the Foxbow area, take a look, see what's going on in that lower level at the Fauria house. And here comes 4 ADUs. If I do it correctly, and Sophia or I working actively drawing it, I'm going to try to put 2 to 3 ADUs up in one shot, complete 3 of them within 2 months.
That's fantastic.
Wow. Now, and winter doesn't matter, right? How much does winter play a factor in?
The biggest thing is,
can you build in any conditions?
Well, what it is the ground really. You'd need 2 weeks of sub-freezing weather for the frost to take hold in the earth and the ground, as far as you're concerned, for putting what we call concrete footings. So we're not even anywhere near that. At this point in time, we're already entering into November. Based on what I'm seeing, even if we had a small snap of cold front at some point in time, over these past few years, we're putting foundations in right up in through early to mid-January. It seems like that second half of January into middle of February seems to be where that cold snap puts a little setback, but by then we've already put in multiple foundations at multiple locations. Christian, we're going to try very hard to do this, but you watch in a good way. The Bethoney Builders Crew team, you'll all be part of it. We're going to knock out some serious decks. I want to knock out upwards of over the next 4 to 6 months. I want to knock out anywhere from 6 to 10 ADUs. We're not going to, you're going to see a different level right now. We're just setting the table. You're going to see why, humbly speaking, we've won awards from 2016. I mean, you're going to see why we were able to work very hard and get awarded the best of the South Shore for the better part of 7 or 8 years in a row. We haven't had a chance to show the public, unless you're a customer, really what we do. But I assure you, you're going to see us rock and roll. It's the real deal.
I'm ready. I'm ready to see it in real life.
It is.
Okay.
It's a 4.240, Christian.
It's a faux 240.
4.240. Hey, so Christian, I know you're going to be at the game on Sunday.
Yep.
Chris and Sophia and the Bethoney family will probably be at the game on Sunday as well.
I believe in the box, Steve. In the box.
I believe that's the case. But here's the thing, Sophia, the last home game you came to, Patriots have struggled at home, but they won when you were there.
I know.
Yeah. So they got to get home cooking going. They got to start winning at home. Ironically, this football team's 4-0 on the road. And that's hard to do, Christian, as you well know.
Yep.
So they're better on the road than they are at home. So now they got to get this home cooking going, and they can start winning at home. So, Sophia, each time you come to the game, they're supposed to win.
Yep. I feel like you're the rabbit's foot of the New England Patriots.
So where do we go in a quick recap? Where do we go with the season at this point? Exactly, we're playing on Sunday. We're playing Cleveland?
Cleveland on Sunday. They're Cleveland, Atlanta, Tampa.
Yeah.
What is your prediction? Where do the Patriots stand? Cleveland, Atlanta, what's your feeling, Christian?
Well, listen, let's just stick with this game, right?
Yeah.
This game. Let's get to 6 wins.
Okay.
And in my opinion, you get to 6 wins, you're almost there. 6 more, and you're absolutely in the playoffs. 5 more after 6 wins, and you're still pretty much in. So listen, I think they beat the Browns, but I think it's a battle. I feel like it's a physical. Every inch offensively for the Patriots is going to be tough to get. They're not going to concede anything to you. They can still move the ball. I do think they'll. Dylan Gabriel, the quarterback for the Browns, I mean, he hasn't thrown a pick yet, and he started 3 games. So they keep everything inside, and they keep it really safe and simple. So he doesn't throw the ball down the football field. It's either behind the line of scrimmage or no more than 10 yards deep. So I think it's going to be easy to defend them, but it's going to be hard to move the ball. So, you get to 14 points, you should feel pretty good about yourself because they can't score for anybody.
He brings up an excellent point. And Dylan Gabriel, as I mentioned, he's a lefty. So the ball comes out a little bit different, spinning a little bit different way. And he hasn't been – you're right. I'm not sure if this kid's thrown an interception yet.
He hasn't. He's had some that have gone through defenders' hands.
Well, and that's my point.
Yeah.
So the Patriots defenders have to be able to make sure they close their hands on the ball when the ball's spinning an even different way. And, Christian, you're tight end. You know what it's like to catch.
I hate it.
All types of ways.
I hate it. I hate the lefty. Even though it shouldn't make a difference, guys,
It does, doesn't it?
I think it shouldn't, but mentally, I think you kind of talk yourself into it. Oh, the ball's rotating the wrong way. It's going to be harder to catch. And, in reality, it really isn't, but you trick yourself thinking that it's going to be harder, and the angles are different. So, so everybody out there, it shouldn't be difficult, but it is. But I got them winning this game. I don't know about you guys.
I do.
Do you want some last minute? You want me to give you some last? I got some fresh news. You want? I know Steve
news.
loves that. All right, here we go. Some fresh news. We're very fortunate. Real rapid shout out to some sponsors: Koopman Lumber, Trex Decking, Peter Brown, Tiny and Sons, Auto Glass, Brandon Davis, our plumber. Shout out B. Davis Plumbing and Heating, Halifax. We got WATD 95.9. The whole team and cast support us. Got a meeting tomorrow at Northeastern Savings Bank in Easton.
Gonna talk mortgage.
That's correct. Got to talk a little business over there. We're going to get on board with us, guys. We got a new house build out coming. We've already got approval. We got a 2-unit build out project coming that our whole team will be involved in, and be exciting times coming up.
Chris, hot tubs. We need hot tubs.
Busy.
Yeah, hot tub. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, shout out. We got 2 companies that provide hot tubs and saunas that are competing for the Bethoney Builders podcast crew. And not for nothing, I had told them they both want to be on board. But I said, they said, what's it going to take to make that decision, Chris? Is it going to be A, B? I said, listen, you're both amazing companies. I never make these decisions alone. I got to huddle up with the Bethoney Builders crew. And then we're going to get back to you. We're going to be good to everybody. We're going to be fair. We'd love to open the opportunity to both of you if we see that's available. But I'm going to let the Bethoney Builders crew make that decision. Local 103. All right, can I share one other thing for you? We're going to expand our bit.
Go.
We're going to expand our bit. Humbly speaking, we have a couple other companies that we're going to we're in talks with Local 103 to expand something in regards to ADU. Sophia will talk further about that with the Bethoney Builders crew. But we've got nothing but great support, feedback. We love our workers, right, Sophia, at Local 103, the hard women and men and women that provide electrical services. They've done nothing but support you early on. So shout out Local 103.
Shout out to Local 103.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we're kind of bringing it home. In closing, I want to make sure we did not miss.
I didn't forget anybody. We mentioned Jerry got a name.
Well, I was going to say, I almost wanted to go back to that. When we talk about Jerry Levitt, Big G steps up big. He came by here. Big G went and had to go by the house. We forgot it to get our sign here. Oh, one last thing I wanted to say overall. Viewers, expect to see we're going to have a newly designed, brand new podcast studio featured next week on the Bethany Builders podcast.
Look at this guy.
Brand new.
About that podcast.
It's spectacular. I'm going to let you guys be the judge. There's a fitness area that is reflective of support for the New England Patriots. I'm going to let you guys be the judge. Let me know what you think of it. But it's a hard work, dedication project that actually was spearheaded by Sophia Bethoney and my wife, Alina Bethoney. I just carried the tools, boys.
You just carry the buckets. Yeah,
Well,
there
that's
you go.
great. Well, it's
Like
been a fun
good
show
worker.
talking to you guys, and you know what? Another week.
We'll see. Wait, Sunday, 9:30.
Yeah,
That's
live
Crazy
from
Axes.
Crazy
Come see
Axes, Crazy Axes Patriot Place live.
Come join us.
Come join us. Thank you, everybody, for listening and viewing, and we're excited to see you. Sunday morning, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. You can watch this all, Bethany Builders LLC. The replays on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in.
Good night.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Steve, Christian, good night.